Welcome to the show, boys and girls. This segment of Grillin' with the Guru, we have a special guest. Her name is Chanda Rubin. She's a pro tennis player. I mean, I want to say she was a pro. She in my heart, she's always going to be Chanda Rubin, the pro. And she's right from Lafayette, around Lafayette, Karen Crow, right? And so we're going to be doing a little bit of grilling on the patio. We're going to be doing some grilled lobster with an Alfredo sauce, with a little fettuccine pasta, some roasted garlic. I asked her if she liked to barbecue. She says, I like to eat. I'm not too good on cooking, but I can eat good. So I said, well, I got the cooking part. Don't worry about that. So we're gonna do a little bit of grilling. So y'all don't go nowhere. When we come back, we're gonna have a little interview with Chanda. So stay tuned. Welcome back to the show. Chanda, thank you so much for coming on the show. So what you been doing?
Well, I've been eating, so it's a coincidence that I'm here on the show with you.
Well, you like to eat, I like to cook. We make a good
man. We make a good team.
Well, yeah, maybe we can introduce your fiance to my wife, and we can kind of have a little dinner afterwards. You know?
That would be perfect. But I've been good. I've been staying busy, so I'm still involved in tennis, of course. You know, played professional for 16 years.
Was it that long?
I played a long time. I turned pro when I was 15, so
wow.
I started when I was very young, still in high school. So yes, when I retired, I kind of felt like, you know, I had to get another career, a second career. I couldn't just not do anything.
Right.
So I've stayed involved in tennis. I do some broadcast work. I'm involved with the Tennis Association, the USTA. And then I also invest in real estate and kind of manage my own projects, and I'm having a great time with that.
Nice, nice. So, okay, so you started playing tennis when you were 15. Okay, and where are you from?
Well, Lafayette, but Karen Crow.
Karen Crow, that's what I thought.
I spent my days in Lafayette training, playing, going to school, the whole nine. But yes, Karen Crow, so I can't not give Karen Crow a little love.
Okay, so when you were coming up playing tennis, and you say you turned pro about 15, I mean, you were right up there with all the greats. I mean, Monica Seles, Andre Agassi,
Steffi
Graf, Pete Sampras.
Yes, played
some big names.
Definitely.
You know?
And, you know, for me, I look at that as sort of a golden time in tennis. Certainly you had, you know, some stars before that with Billie Jean King and Arthur Ashe. And, you know, when I came
Martina,
up, Martina Navratilova, players like her, Jimmy Connors, they were still playing right when I was turning pro. They were, you know, in the later years of their career, but they were still out there competing. And I was able to see that and just, you know, rub shoulders and be in the mix and, you know, had the chance to play Martina Navratilova along with all these other great players. So I think it made me a better player and also made me appreciate it a little bit more.
That's cool. I mean, you're actually playing with some people that you probably idolized growing up, and you're actually on the same court with these people.
Exactly. You get to be out there.
Wow.
And, you know, I actually had a match with Martina. We were talking about that in the break. I had a match with Martina, and with this very racket. This is my racket. It's what I played with. It's got a little love on it. It's a little beat up.
I got a bit like that.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And so this very racket I played with for, you know, the last, you know, 6-7 years of my career. And I had the chance to play Martina Navratilova in a match. It was a doubles match. I was playing with Pam Shriver, and, you know, tough match. And I was this young kid, you know, going up against the great. And my partner, Pam Shriver, said, you know, stop trying to go around her. Stop respecting her. Just go right at her. And I went on the very next ball right at her, hit her on the chest. And
so you were serious?
I was serious when I told you. I did
this
that.
racket you hit Martina, it said in the head.
This is it.
No, in the chest. I thought you were joking.
No, and I always say you don't go for the head because that ball could sail out if they duck. So you want to, you know, go for the body, and you're not trying to hit them. You're just trying to, you know, move them away.
Right.
So, you know, I
and
think
she's probably thinking you're a little young whippersnapper.
She didn't appreciate it, but to this day she has, you know, respected me, and certainly vice versa, and it's just great memories. You know, you go out there, you play, you compete, and you leave it on the court.
That's awesome. Well, I tell you, I've been a fan your whole career, and I wish they would have had more televised games, because you and I were talking about that on the phone. You know, the men's is kind of like and the women, they do more now than,
Exactly.
they have in the past, which is good.
It is, and tennis I think has grown. It's grown in households. You have the tennis channel now, so they will televise some of the matches during the week. They don't just wait until the finals or the semifinals the way they used to do. So I think that part is great for the sport, and I love watching it now.
Well,
too.
yin and a yang. You get to play with some of your idols and people like John McEnroe. Is he really something like that? I mean, is he crazy?
He's, I think, mellowed over the years, but yes. I mean, I was at the Australian Open the one year where he just blew up at the chair, and they ejected him from the match and from the tournament.
He didn't
of course,
take his medicine.
He had. He needed more than the medicine that was available. But he was just that character, and you either loved him or you hated him. I always enjoyed, just the way he
was
competed.
entertaining,
and he was very entertaining. And I've had the chance since to commentate with him, and he's still very entertaining.
And he was a great player. I've seen some of them. I mean, the legendary matches with Jim Connors.
Absolutely.
And some of the shots that both of them were making were just. I mean, they're just incredible. And the rackets they were using, the technology that they were using then at the beginning of their career wasn't what it is today.
It was absolutely not. I mean, you didn't have the same power. You didn't have the big racket heads. I mean, they had to be very precise and very technical.
Very finesse.
Absolutely. Yeah. And even now, I mean, John McEnroe, he can compete with some of those guys out there. He just can't physically kind of go toe-to-toe over the course of a match.
Yeah, I feel
the same, right?
Yeah, my mind says I can, but my body says,
Yes, and do you listen to your body is the question.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we're going to have some more conversation with Chanda on the patio. So y'all don't go nowhere. I hope you're enjoying this, but we're going to be doing some lobster. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, welcome back. Okay, Chanda. May I call you Chanda?
You may, or you can call me Chanda.
Chanda? Chanda? I was saying it wrong?
No, you did. You went back and forth.
Okay, Chanda. Chanda. Okay, y'all say it with me. Chanda Rubin, not Shanda. Chanda. All right, I got it.
We're still friends.
Oh, I know people call me all kind of things, baby. All right, so let's talk ingredients with this. It's really, really simple. You got really three parts. You got the pasta, which is pasta. You got the Alfredo sauce, which is basically real butter, some fresh, high-quality Parmesan cheese, which we've already finely grated. We're going to do a little roasted garlic in there and whipping cream, and we're just going to whisk all that together and make a beautiful Alfredo sauce. And then you have the lobster, the seafood portion, and we're going to come back and we're going to show people how to butterfly them, which is cutting the rings right here down the middle, pulling the meat out to where it kind of is fluffy looking, and then we're going to put them on the grill, and we're actually going to make a butter, lime, and garlic glaze sauce that we're just going to
These are all my favorite things.
Isn't that nice?
You just keep getting better and better the more you talk.
I know, and then we're off camera we're talking about, and we got of course you got to have bread.
I can eat that alone as a meal, so this is going to be fun.
So really we got four things, so yeah. And we got the parsley, which it's just really going to be just for the Alfredo sauce, just to put a little bit, just to give it color, a little bit of flavor. And it's real simple. This whole dish, if we were like in a kitchen or we're going to do it on the grill, and it's a 30-minute program, but really, when you have everything prepared and ready to go in the pot, you're only talking about a 25-minute tops meal.
So you would think it would take a lot longer, though. It sounds like it's so gourmet and time spent.
The longest thing is to sit there over the stove or over the grill and just whisk the Alfredo sauce, melt the cheese.
Everything melts in.
Exactly, but that's about it. It's a very quick and easy sauce. And the whole meal, again, with, I know you're not married yet.
Not yet.
But you got a ring on the finger?
I got a ring on.
Lord,
got a ring on it.
Yeah, that's right, I got a ring on. So, I got two kids, let me tell you, and trust me, time is precious.
Absolutely.
When you get home and you ain't got a lot of time, this is the kind of meal where in less than an hour, everybody's sitting at the dinner table eating a very high quality meal and saving a fortune compared to going out and eating.
And who doesn't love lobster, though? I mean, it is such
I'll
a
be honest
special
with
meal,
you. You're
a special
special,
meat.
yeah. I don't eat lobster that often. I'm pulling all the guns out.
Oh, hey, this is good. I love it. I'm gonna come around more often.
Well, you come anytime, baby. All right, so y'all don't go nowhere. When we come back from this next program, we're gonna be getting everything together, putting it in the pot, making the sauce. So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. Okay, Chanda, we're gonna prep the lobster. we're gonna do what they call butterfly. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just take these shears, we're just gonna cut right down, all the way down to the bottom.
Okay, I think I can do
but
that.
not to the not to the
all
very
the way.
end. Right. And then we're just gonna kind of peel this back, and we're gonna take this paring knife, and you're just gonna want to kind of get underneath the shell and kind of separate the meat from the shell.
Now, what happens if you don't do this?
Well, you can probably cook it, you know, in the shell, and it'd probably be fine. It's just, this is more of a beautiful presentation.
Well, let me start cutting
Yeah.
mine while you finish.
Right.
Let's see if I can copy. Let's see what, okay. It's kind of like doing my schoolwork, a little school project,
Yeah.
science project, okay.
And you just kind of peel it open.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna, like I said, just try and follow the shell.
And you want to get all the meat away from the shell.
You do. And what you want to try and do is you want to pull the meat up. You want to pull it up out of the shell. So now I'm gonna use my finger
Okay.
and just separate it from the shell.
Now, I'm always doing that after it's cooked, and it seems easier. Is that 'cause
Probably is.
it's
But-
already pulled away from the shell?
I could hear my mom like, quit playing with your food, you know. So yeah, so then we're gonna take the vein out, you know, the poop chute,
Okay.
you know, and then we're gonna take that out. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna just kind of pull this back. We're gonna pull it out, and then pull this back together, and we're just gonna leave it
Where
kind
it
of
sits
sticking
pretty
out.
on top.
Exactly.
So you're not just about good food, you're about presentation
You know,
as well.
it's like I was actually cooking at the golf tournament this past week, and a guy took the words right out of my mouth. He said, "Food should look good as well as taste good."
I agree with that.
And I said, exactly. So when it actually starts cooking, it'll actually swell up and turn a beautiful color. So you want to do this off camera so we can come back and they'll be ready.
That sounds like a good plan.
Okay, so y'all don't go nowhere. Me and Chanda are gonna get all this right, and and then you'll see us next. We're gonna work on another portion of maybe the sauce. So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, welcome back to the show. Chanda, we're talking off the camera. Yours came out prettier than mine.
You know, I had
You
to.
sure you don't know you've never done this before?
When you eat a lot, you sometimes become a slightly better cook just from eating.
I think mine was
So-
defective. I don't know, but
Yeah,
just
you
to
know.
show everybody what we did. Yeah, look at that. Mine looks deformed. But what we did with Chanda's is we deveined it, and then this is the piece that actually holds the vein in place. So we took that vein out, and then we actually took a sharp paring knife and we cut 2 incisions on the meat side, like right here, which we didn't do here, just to show you the 2 different ways that it'll look like one after it's cooked. Okay, so right now what we need to do is we need to get everything on the grill, the sauce and the Alfredo sauce and the basting sauce, the butter sauce that we're going to be doing on the lobster. So why don't you grab...
So we're gonna do that in 2 separate pots. The
we're gonna do it
Alfredo, 2
mhm.
separate pans.
Yep, so why don't you
Okay.
grab this,
I'll get that.
and we'll come over here, and then in this skillet, what we're going to do is
Do
we're
the
going to take
butter?
a little bit of butter, like about half
The whole?
of that.
Okay.
About half of
I was
that.
gonna do the whole thing.
I saw you.
Hey, you can never have too much butter.
We'll go, and we can put more, but we're just basting the lobster with it. So we're gonna do that, and you can scoop some of that. Let me take this off. Scoop some of that garlic.
Some of the garlic in the butter?
Yep. About half of that. We'll save the other half of the Alfredo sauce.
Nice.
And then we're gonna just take this, and we're just gonna squeeze a little fresh lime juice on here.
And that is smelling so good. I wish everybody could smell
Is that
this
crazy?
fragrance.
Is that crazy? And we're just gonna
Crazy.
let that reduce down, and then right here with the Alfredo sauce, we're gonna put the rest of that butter, and then we're gonna get the whipping cream, which is it's a heavy whipping cream. We're gonna pour that in.
And that's what makes that Alfredo sauce so decadent.
It does.
That
It
cream.
really, really does. I'm gonna crank this up. So the butter's gonna melt, the cream is gonna reduce. We want the water, a lot of that water to cook out of the cream. And a lot of this will be done off camera, but just for time's sake, we'll just add a little bit more cream. And then as this is boiling and reducing, we're gonna come back with the finely grated Parmesan cheese, and we're just gonna we're gonna just keep reducing this, and then we're slowly gonna start adding this in.
Now, how do you know when it's ready, when it's reduced enough?
Well, you don't want to see any clumps from the cheese. You want all that to blend in, so we're gonna whisk it in. But you're gonna see the consistency you've eaten, like you know what you like, and you know a good Alfredo sauce. You know, when you're taking that spoon and you just kind of passing it through there.
It sticks to it a little bit.
And when you're actually moving it through the milk right here, through the cream, and you have the cheese in it, it's gonna leave a trail. It's not gonna come back. You're actually gonna leave like a little trail where it's not gonna lap over.
I know what that looks like.
Yeah.
It's usually on my plate by then.
Exactly.
Yes.
See how this is real runny?
Yes.
It's gonna be a lot less water than what's shown right there. So let's go ahead and throw it to break, and we're going to keep working on this. Next time we come back, this will be done a little bit further. The sauce we're going to be putting the lobster on, and we're going to put the fettuccine noodles in the pot, and then after that we're going to be eating, honey.
I can't wait.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, boys and girls. Chanda. Look at her lobster compared
Isn't
to
it
my little
pretty?
dinky. You did. I mean,
That is indicative of how much I love lobster.
Well, we're gonna
the care and precision that I took.
It's like your game. I mean, I don't even want to. All right.
Hopefully, most of the time.
Let's get everything in. Okay, first we're gonna throw the pasta in the pot. We get that going. We're gonna
I'm gonna help you out on this because
stir that. I'm gonna grab the cheese.
Boil over.
Yep. That's the cream and the butter. So now we're just gonna lightly sprinkle this in, and you can just kind of, if you want, keep whisking it.
Whisking it while you do it.
Yep, lightly, and we're just gonna let it reduce down and melt. And I'm gonna go over there. Oh, there's a big chunk.
Nobody knows just how hot this grill is, but it is smoking, and I feel it. I'm gonna switch hands here and let this hand get a little heat.
And we're just gonna dump in this garlic that we had left over.
Nice.
So dump that in.
Nice.
And I can take your place. I'm gonna take a little bit of this parsley that we chopped up off camera.
You do the parsley this early? Or?
Yeah, we want that to reduce down into it. And then we're gonna take the lobster tails. And I'm gonna set them right here on the grill.
Nice.
Let that go. I'm gonna take a little bit of the sauce, the butter and lime and garlic. We're just gonna kind of baste that.
Now you were telling me that you had a special ingredient you put in here.
Yeah, you see the color, how it's dark? That's not the butter turning. That's Hungarian hot paprika, which I learned, I never even heard about that until I talked to a gentleman by the name of Kurt Guillory, who was actually on the show in one of our segments. And he impressed me that Hungarian hot paprika is very different than regular paprika, and it's excellent on seafood.
Well, and the smell is very different. I opened it up, and it is just a wonderful smell.
And when you taste it, there's a slight smoky flavor to it, and like you said, it's a little bit of heat. Not like cayenne, it's not that kind of hot, but it has a little bit of heat to it. So this is actually thickening up really nice. We're gonna keep stirring this. We might even add a little bit more cheese because we can.
And I like the sounds of that. Let me get a little
And
more
then we're
cheese.
gonna, the lobster's not gonna take that long to cook. The lobster's gonna cook in about probably 15 minutes or so. We'll check the temperature on that. So we're gonna probably throw this to break, let everything kind of just catch up with each other. The pasta will be done, the Alfredo sauce will be done. We'll keep basting the lobster. We'll close the lid so we can broil it. And I think it's gonna be good, boys and girls. So y'all don't go nowhere. Y'all get to see the finished product. Chanda Rubin in the house. Okay, boys and girls, we're back. Chanda, it's all done.
It is done.
All right, we got our plates. We got our sauce. We got the fettuccine done. We got the lobster done, which yours does look better than mine.
Mine looks great.
You did fantastic. So let's get your plate. Let's get my plate.
And I confess, though, you did a beautiful job. You cut the bread nicely, but I couldn't wait.
You got it.
Let me lean it over that way so we don't see
I never caught that, but thank you for being honest. She's a bread girl like me.
Carbs all the way.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, look, get your plate. I'm going to serve you, and I'm going to get me later, but let's get you some.
Give me some. Now this is that pasta. So
This is the fettuccine pasta.
you were telling me you normally throw it against the wall to see if it's done.
He was
You
talking to
didn't
my
do
sister.
that in this
Yeah.
case.
Yeah, we can do it. You want to do it? What?
I think it's done.
What? You didn't
I
believe
trust
it.
you. I
It's just
trust
gonna-
you.
It's just gonna hang there forever. Okay, and this is your beautiful lobster.
Yes. Can't
I'm
forget
gonna
that.
Put that right here.
That looks
And then
beautiful.
we're gonna take the Alfredo sauce.
And the color on this is just gorgeous. And with that parsley in there, that Hungarian paprika, on the lobster. I mean,
Yeah.
Isn't that a gorgeous
Okay, well, I'm gonna
dish?
do mine real quick. And then we can
Yeah, because I don't want to eat alone.
Yeah,
So
no,
I'm
we're
going to wait
dine
for
together.
you.
I'm dining with Chanda Rubin, y'all. All right, we got that. My little dinky lobster.
You still got a lot of meat in that lobster. So
I do.
I know you're not
Well,
going
I'm
to let it
pick
go.
No,
but
no, we're gonna pick it out. I'm gonna put a
get
little-
everything.
Oh, I can smell that lobster. I'm sure you've traveled to many foreign countries in your career.
I have.
I mean, what's been some of the most memorable trips you've made?
You know, I love the Asia Pacific, so Australia, Bali, and Indonesia, some gorgeous parts of the world. And then at one point, China, you know, it was really growing and, you know, getting, you know, sort of more worldly and people really gravitating towards that part of the world. So I kind of enjoy, you know, being out there. But I didn't get this kind of food, I have to say. No. Not this lobster fettuccine, but it is nice to kind of taste some of those different cultures.
Well, and I'm telling you, it seems to me like you know you're a celebrity to a lot of them people. Like you go into them foreign. I mean,
Some.
you're a celebrity. Me and my sister like going.
It depends on how much I pay them.
Yeah.
Then you know, I become a little more of a celebrity.
No, but I'm sure it's just incredible. I mean, I'm sure you pinch yourself thinking back about you know where you've been and all the opportunities. And you're not that it didn't come with a lot of sacrifice and hard work.
Right.
I
But,
know you.
I mean, it's just been great people. You know,
Right.
I've been able to enjoy, you know, these different cultures, traveling, playing a sport that I love, which that was my job. And you think about jobs, you know, 9 to 5. I mean, it doesn't get much better than, you know, doing what you love and,
Right.
you know, not having to actually go into the office, which I do now.
Right.
So I appreciate it even more. But, you know, just also being immersed in you know, the cultures and people who enjoy what you're doing and really appreciate what you're doing. So I've been fortunate.
That's awesome.
Been
That's
blessed.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I can sit here and talk to you all day long.
But you're cutting into my food
Well, I
time,
know,
so I
and-
might start to get a
Yeah.
little.
So I want to watch your reaction. So let's just see.
You gonna watch me first?
Try one thing at a time, and yeah.
All right, so this is the
I'm
true.
not gonna let you eat alone, but I just want to see your reaction. 'Cause
So-
that's the money shot,
All right.
as we say.
Now let's see. My mouth is quite big. I should be able to get this in without
Yeah.
completely. You can taste the garlic, the freshness in there, the cheese. I mean, the flavor is just delicious, and I cannot wait
A lot of cheese.
And I love
love cheese.
it. And I can't wait to get into this lobster. So you're gonna hear this crunching noise, but
Just go at it.
look at that. Look how meaty that is. And I didn't cut it very well, but I'm gonna dip it in a little bit of my fettuccine sauce because I can't get enough of that.
I made Chanda Rubin go. Is it good?
Woo!
Ooh, that's it. Bomb.
I'm not taking this home. I'm eating this right here.
You gonna eat this right here?
I
Well,
am.
I tell you what, I'm I'm so honored that you agreed to come onto the show.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan, and congratulations for the, when you're hopefully, the ring, and whenever your man,
Thank you so
makes
much.
it official, and I'm glad you came on. I'm glad you enjoyed the food, and I just love you.
Well, thank you so much. And I didn't forget that you didn't volley with me like you had promised, but I'm going to let you off the hook. We're gonna do it next time.
We'll do it next. I'm gonna get against the wall.
We're going to do it next time. Practice, and we're going to get that going.
Okay, I promise. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this segment because it's one of my favorites. Because I got my girl here, and this is a beautiful dish. And like I said before we cut at the beginning of the program, it's really quick. It's really that, it's not that complicated. So
And easy.
yeah, very easy.
You think it's more difficult than it is, but
So I hope
delicious.
y'all enjoyed it. We enjoyed bringing it to you. So check us next time. We'll see you on the flip side.